Welcome to Kerbieverse, the Inner Mastery Sessions podcast. No fluff, just truth. Now let's begin.
Episode 11. Expansion without collapse.
Hello. Oh my word, it's podcast 11, episode 11. Can't believe it. It's amazing. Hope you've enjoyed them so far. We've got this one to go and you've got one more to go, and then I will be producing quite a few more. A couple of series, a couple of individual podcasts. Hope you will enjoy them, and hopefully you can join us. As I said, on the previous one, they're on Spotify. And they will be soon on our own platform. We will notify you about that. It is through membership, so you'll be able to get a lot more. Did you do your homework? I sound like a teacher. Did you do your homework? If you didn't, you get 100 lines. I used to hate that. Did you? You just used to start messing up then afterwards, didn't you? And you thought, is that your actual handwriting, or are you actually communicating through spirit? Anyway, let's begin, shall we? Let's. Episode 11. Here's something people don't expect. Okay? Getting what you want is only half the process. Holding it is where most people fail. Not because they're incapable, because they're unprepared. Because they expand and then collapse back to what's familiar, what they're used to. So today, we fix that. So you probably experienced this in one way or the other. Things start going well, momentum builds up, opportunities show up, and then, boom, something shifts. You pull back, you start overthinking, you create problems that weren't there. When you're doing a project, like I said on the other one, you start coming up with all these scenarios, and you think, oh, well, there's no point doing that because that will happen. Well, if I do that, that could happen. Do you know what? Forget it, leave it. And that would have been the sense and that's quite similar to me doing these podcasts now. Like I said, I've wanted to do this for quite some time. I am a meditation teacher. I am an esoteric teacher, and in that esotericism, I do meditations, guided meditations, chakra healing. Anything spiritual. And sometimes I self-sabotage and think, no one's going to listen to me, and I don't even know what I'm talking about and stuff. But even then I have to get over it, and everyone is going to do that at some point, and that's the key, is that realizing. It's that self-realization to be strong with it. All right. Lost train of thought. Yeah, so that's not bad luck. All right, that's your internal limit. Your system has a threshold for what considers normal. Remember, like a computer, you've only got a certain amount. If you've got an M15 chip, an M16 chip, and an M100 chip, which will be out God knows when. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, most probably. It'll be like, So it's a bit like that. When you exceed it, it tries to bring you back. Growth feels uncomfortable. Remember that. It does. And it's supposed to feel uncomfortable. In a good way. Not because it's wrong, but because it's familiar. It's more visible. it's more responsibility for you and more expectation. Your system hasn't stabilized at that level yet. So it interprets it as pressure. And pressure, remember, under pressure, dum 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 dum. Go and listen to it. It's an amazing song. And it triggers all patterns. Like I said, I'm like that. There's a lot of people like that, but we can get over it. And this is what these podcasts are for. So when people lose momentum, they think something went wrong. It didn't. They return to baseline. The level of their identity is built to sustain. So no matter how high they push, they come back down until that baseline changes. That's real work, right? It's not about reaching higher, but it's holding higher. Yeah? That makes sense? I think you've all been, whoever's listening today will have all been in that situation. So, how do we fix it? You build capacity gradually and deliberately. You don't chase more, you stabilize what you already have. You get comfortable with the increased responsibility, the greater visibility and the higher expectations. Get used to it. You stop treating expansion like a spike and start treating it like, no, I don't really like this word, a new normal. Alright? But for purposes of this podcast, I'm saying it. Now we apply the mechanism again. You're thinking, oh God, not again. But some people might be reading it and saying it out loud, and they actually feel a lot more oomph, a lot more drive in the morning or throughout the day, or whenever you say it. At peripositivum, you allow yourself to stay at the new level. You don't retreat. You don't downplay it. You accept it as standard. Claude negativum. You shut down collapse patterns. Overthinking, self-doubt, and pulling back when things go well. You catch them earlier and stop them, because those patterns are what drag you down. Okay, so in essence, a peripositivum, I allow myself to stay at this new level. I don't retreat, I don't downplay, and I keep my standards high. Claude negativum. I shut down collapsed patterns. I get rid of self-doubt, and I stop pulling back when things going well. When things are going well. Alright? So the shift is you stop treating success like an event and start treating it like a baseline, something you operate from. Alright? Don't do that. Not something you visit temporarily. And the more you reinforce that, the more stable it becomes, until eventually it no longer feels like expansion. It feels like it's normal. Okay? This is how you stop repeating cycles, not by chasing more, but by holding what you build until it becomes a part of you.
You've been listening to the Kerbieverse, the Inner Mastery Sessions podcast.
See you next time.